Hi guys, and welcome to another week's news with Robbie. Staying safe and enjoying a little bit of family time. On today's episode, we will be talking to some amazing people who have been doing some amazing things to help people cope with the lockdown. We have Stuart Harton from NEWBOLD-ON-AVON Rugby Football Club to talk about the Brave the Shave initiative. Member of Youth Parliament, Samran Reddy, to talk about When I Grow Up initiative. Malcolm Bale, Jiu-Jitsu Rugby Martial Arts, to talk about new ways of presenting his sessions. We also have Tony Marcella, Connor and Joshua to talk about the Rugby Scouts. We have all shown our appreciation for key workers during these difficult times and will keep doing so, but one project that seems to be ready to help the NHS soon is Brave the Shave. I will let Stuart tell us all about what it is about.
So Brave the Shave is, well, it started between me and a friend about, well, over 5 weeks ago now. We've seen a few people on Facebook were shaving their hair off to raise some money for the NHS. Obviously, I don't need to shave my hair because I haven't had much hair for a long time. So I did say to my friend Ricky, what about him doing it? And we'll set something up. We only originally planned to make about £100 at the time, and by the time we got to him shaving his hair off, we were on about £500. And then the fantastic support from the local club, my club NEWBOLD, everybody backed us, and we all started setting targets for people, and every target they hit, they had to shave their hair off. When we got to about £10,000, KJ, one of the local, New Zealand-born lad who played for us, he had dreadlocks, and he actually said he would do it at 75. So when he gave me that figure, I put it up and didn't expect it to even get nowhere near that. And obviously, it was a bit of a laugh at the time. But you know, you've got to try your hardest with these things. And I kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and people kept giving me haircuts and bold photos, and the more photos went up, the more the money came in. And then before we knew it, 5 weeks later, we did our £75,000 target, and KJ had to shave his dreadlocks off. And he was, let's put it this way, he was a bit devastated. So yeah, it's amazing how something's gone from so small, and we've managed to create something big. And it's good that everybody from the local town and as far as other countries have got involved in it all. And there's a lot of bold people walking around, including Malcolm now.
That's me.
So, yeah, I'm happy with what we've achieved, really.
Okay. Samran, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what motivated you to start this wonderful initiative?
Well, Robbie, of course, we all know this pandemic has affected all of us. Obviously, businesses have had to close and we've all been staying at home, obviously, to protect the NHS and save lives. But one aspect that hasn't been talked about as much is how the lockdown has been affecting youth services, the services that help young people. Now, of course, in this lockdown, that means they've had a shortage of staff who've had to stay home, and they've also had a shortage of funding as well. Now, I've been involved in youth services for many, many years, having been a member of youth parliament, so I'm very passionate about the work that they do. So I felt that something had to be done in order to keep these youth services running to help young people during this pandemic, and of course, so they can continue running after, you know, this is all over and we're allowed back outside. So I set up this initiative, which I've called When I Grow Up. And this asks young people of all ages and backgrounds to post online a message of what they want to be when they grow up. So it could be like a future career, or it could be if they're inspired by like a celebrity they want to be like, or someone they know personally in their local community as well. So the idea is that they'll upload a photo or video of themselves online with the hashtag When I Grow Up. And those who do take part can then donate at least £2 towards youth services, and then they can also nominate their friend to do the same. So people can search for this initiative. They can search for the When I Grow Up initiative on Facebook and on Virgin Money Giving, where they can put their donations if they choose to. And we also have an Instagram page, which is at whenigrowup.2020, where some of the people who've been involved will be featured. So it's a very simple way to actually show that despite the lockdown and the feelings that young people have, they might feel alone without their friends, they might feel anxious, you know, it's unfamiliar. But despite that, it shows that young people still have these ambitions for the future. They still have hopes. And it shows that whilst also raising money for the services that can help young people achieve those dreams. So really the message is that every young person has the ability and the right to reach their dreams and their full potential. So that's why I set up the initiative.
Okay. Malcolm, you are also doing amazing, bringing exercise and healthy living to our living rooms. Tell us a bit about how you are managing this.
Oh, good. So firstly, I teach jiu-jitsu to adults. I also run a program to help parents help their kids be safer, fitter and better behaved. Now, we do that through a physical class where people come to the classes, but now we run it as an online program because most of the information I can convey over the computer, and people carry out the exercises or carry out the techniques by copying me or just by me telling them the information. So I'd already started setting up a membership site as it happens, and it was due for release at the end of March. And as it happens, we were in lockdown from, I believe, the 23rd of March. So for me, it was good timing. But, you know, everybody's staying at home and staying safe. It just shows that we can stay active and we can stay, keep our minds active too. Well, firstly, we start our exercises at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we try and encourage people to get up reasonably early and start the day off with some exercises. So Stewie, you can join in. Tony, you can join in. Samwin, you can join in. If you want to do some exercise first thing in the morning, it's nothing too strenuous, but enough to get your heart pumping and get you stretching and start the day on a good note. But then if we can get people up and start them on the right foot, then it gives them the rest of the day to be motivated and inspired to do something more.
Okay. Tony, have you seen anything like this pandemic before?
Oh, can't hear you, Tony. You're muted.
Yeah, the dog was going off in the background.
Oh.
I don't think anybody's seen anything like this before. It's just totally unprecedented, and I think we're learning day by day as to how to manage it, and hopefully whenever it comes out of lockdown, the sooner the better. But as long as everybody's staying safe.
I think Robbie thought because you've got a beard, you saw it in the Second World War.
No, well, this is my version of braving the shave. I'm not shaving for the whole period of lockdown.
Braving the growth.
Yeah. So normally there's nothing on the this bottom half.
Tony,
Yeah.
will you and our young beavers tell us a bit about how Scout groups are using technology today?
Well, when we went into lockdown, we went and we realised that we couldn't meet face to face, and so we needed to come up with some way of interacting with the young people. So we chose Zoom. It was one of those new companies out there that provide video linking. So we decided just to give it a go. We sent a link out to all our beavers, cubs and scouts. So now we're running 3 Zoom meetings a week, one for each of the sections. And we have a Zoom meeting for our leaders, so we can plan what we're doing on each event. And the meetings are about an hour, hour and a half. And we do lots of activities. It's really important to give a bit of normal to all of our scouts and beavers and cubs. And so not only are we doing the stuff we're doing locally, but there's also national events that are happening. And I'm sure Connor and Joshua will tell you about all the different activities they've been doing. So even this weekend, we've got scouts camping out in their gardens, for instance. So trying to keep everybody together, giving a bit of, because they're doing all their schoolwork and all the mums and dads have turned into teachers all of a sudden. And, but that little bit of difference, but continuity, seeing their friends in those different social networks is really important. So, and keeping that going, we felt was really important, and I think they're enjoying it. So, Connor and Josh, what have you been up to?
Well, we've been making cupcake in a mug, rainbows in a jar, St. George's Day, paper boats, bicycle bag, his book badge, gardening badge, poem about lambs and rabbits, draw your favourite animals. And also we have missed some things about lockdown. Connor has missed the sweets from beavers, and I have missed seeing my friends, especially Ellen.
Oh, bless.
Okay. Thank you all for being heroes in your own ways. Maybe Stuart would like to have a last word before we go.
Yeah, I just think everybody needs to stay safe, stay indoors, listen to the government guidelines. You know, let's follow the guidelines that they set out. They're doing it for a reason, not to be anything else really. It's just to keep everybody safe and stop the virus spreading. Like Malcolm said, keep your minds active, keep yourself going, and if anybody wants to shave their hair off, come and see me. We can raise some more money and keep the frontline NHS staff safe with their PPE, and hopefully everybody gets out of this healthy, and we all get back to normal quickly.
What is your total at the moment, Stewie?
So currently we're on 76,000, just under 76,500 pounds. So 76,487, I think.
That's brilliant. Are you going to carry it on for a while now?
Yeah, we'll keep it running for maybe till after lockdown, really. Obviously, our KJ's target's been hit. We'll just keep leaving the page open for people to donate and see. We'll most probably look at getting a picture collage together of all the brave shaves and that, but there's a lot of people on there at the minute, so we're just flicking through them all. It's going to take a bit of time. There's about 800 photos I've seen on the actual page, so once we work our way through that, we'll get it all going. And I'm sure after all of this, we'll have a big party, and we'll get everybody together and get everybody, you know, down the club and the whole of the town, and get everybody involved with it, really.
Yeah, good.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yes, thanks, Robbie.
Okay.
Good to see you, everybody else.
Yes, good to see everybody looking healthy.
Good to see you all as well.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Everyone. Bye.
Cheers.
See you.
Bye.
Thanks, Joshua, Connor. See you later, boys.
Bye. Cheers. Bye.
See ya.